Israel's oldest venture capital firm has announced a new strategy that focuses on early growth investments while expanding its portfolio into deep tech and defense tech. Elron Ventures has also appointed Yaniv Schneider as CEO. He previously founded and led the R&D center of Israel's government-owned defense giant Rafael. Elron and Rafael have a long-running partnership focusing on commercializing Israeli defense technologies to civilian markets. So joining us now is Lisya Bahar Manoah, a chairperson of Elron Ventures and managing partner at Ariely Group. Look, there's a lot to talk about, but first, before we talk about the business and the outlook for the company, I do just want to ask you about the main news of the day, of the week, in that it looks as though there could be a ceasefire deal agreed to between Israel and Hamas. Let me just ask you, from a sentiment perspective, how has the war been affecting investor sentiment into Israeli businesses?
Good morning, Joumanna. First of all, thank you for hosting me. It's a pleasure being here with you. Indeed, it was a very challenging year on the ground in Israel for all of us, specifically for the businesses. But despite all these challenges, so Israeli high-tech companies shows a remarkable resilience. And this is evident in the numbers. Israeli startups have raised over $10 billion this year only. And when we are looking at the numbers, M&A have showed a record number. So I am really that proud of all the high-tech companies that worked around the hour and showed the resilience and worked for the meeting that the customer demands, showing that innovation and looking that for the growth. And that was proven on the numbers.
Yeah. Let's talk about the change in strategy of your own fund. Why have you decided to make the move away from early stage investing to growth investing? Why did you see the opportunity there?
Let me take maybe a step back and give you some context on the new strategy that Elron has announced this week. In September 2024, Ariely Group has acquired the controlling shareholder of Elron, and which is traded in Tel Aviv Stock Exchange. Elron is the first evergreen fund in Israel focused on the Israeli high-tech, and way before anyone was talking about Israel as a startup nation. So for over 60 years, Elron is investing in the cutting-tech technologies emerging from Israel. So when we are looking on the last decade, Elron had 17 exits with totaling $2.6 billion. And exactly what we are doing, the new investment strategy and policies putting here, that shows that Elron is positioned for the future growth. So we have three major steps that we are taking towards to this goal. The first new investment strategy has the three pillars. The first pillar, investing in early growth, which is that leading shorter time to exits. Second, investing in deep tech and defense tech alongside with the cybersecurity and SaaS. And the third, investing internationally outside and inside of Israel.
Yeah. You mentioned being closer to the point of exit. So that's interesting, investing in growth stage of a company's cycle. First of all, let me just ask you how you see the outlook for exits in the coming years, because it's been a pretty dry landscape out there.
Correct. It is generally a dry landscape during the last 3 years that for the venture capital ecosystem. So this is the number one. But when we are looking around at the Israeli numbers and the global high-tech numbers, the average time to exit is longer than the fund period. So we are talking that around 11 years. So the last reports are showing. So we would like to focus on the companies that have shown that the product market fit, and we as a group are ready to take them to the internationally, to the customers, help supporting them on the growth and making that the route towards to the exit, which is M&A and also IPO.
What about the cost of capital? We were talking about higher interest rate environment probably staying with us for a little bit longer. What is that doing to fundraising efforts?
So it's a great question. So when we are talking about the fundraising, so the Israeli startups has that fundraised over $10 billion now. But mainly when the fundraising was focused on several verticals, which is that cybersecurity, fintech, and also that defense tech, which is a deep tech. So we need to make sure that the technologies verticals are proving that the numbers towards that to the customers and are going that towards that to the growth and towards that to the exit. So even the interest rate will remain with us, which is that making the difficulty for the fundraising effort. So we need to be better than this in order that to prove that the technology, it is not nice to have, it is must to have. So when we are looking, for example, the dual technologies and the defense tech technologies, it is not a hype, it is rather a response towards that to the global need.
Yeah. Lisya, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining our show today. Really fascinating discussion. Lisya Bahar Manoah, Chairperson of Elron Ventures and Managing Partner at Ariely Group. Thank you.